My name's William Woolf. I work for Davis Crane Group, the company that's been around since 1962. It is a family-owned business. Second generation has taken it over. We have 165 cranes, 230 tractor trailers. Our biggest asset is our employees. With our employees, we do everything we can to take care of them and make sure that they know that they have a home. One of the things that we really take pride in is we'll sponsor events such as 22 Kill and stuff like that. We'll, send a crane out there, fly a flag for veterans. Davis is also a union company. Therefore, we're part of the guys are part of the International Union Operating Engineers. In the Dallas area, it's the local 178. Down south in Austin, it's the 450. Insurance rates have kind of skyrocketed on us. The way that the lawsuits and the abuse of the lawsuits from a few of the bad actors on the trial attorney side has really affected how those rates are going up. Our safety record has continuously gotten better year after year. The insurance rates do not reflect that. So the rising insurance rates itself, it causes us to really have to look in and manage a little bit different than we might have before. When you start talking about equipment, maintenance, bonuses for our employees, raises for our employees, the higher that cost goes up, that's less for us to put back into the company, put better equipment on the road, and retain the people that we have. Texas is, I think, leading the nation in nuclear verdicts, if I'm not mistaken on that. And it really has to do with the venues that the attorneys are able to shop around and obtain for their benefit that would be in their favor. We had an incident, for instance, that happened in Denton County, North Texas. That was moved to Dallas County. Dallas County has a more favorable judicial system there for a plaintiff's attorney. In an incident where a gentleman wanted to surf on the crane, he literally just grabs onto the side of the crane. Our guy did nothing wrong. And it ended up being a $3 million payout to this guy. The lawsuits itself, how it really affects Davis, and I think it's important for each member of our community to understand that there's a trickle-down effect that happens when it comes to a lawsuit. People see a company and they say, well, the company's just going to pass it on. And I don't think people really understand what that means. We absorb the cost as much as we can to not pass it along to our customers, which then in turn affects the consumer. Davis is really big in building the infrastructure within Texas. Okay, so your roads, your bridges, AC units for schools, that cost ends up affecting the taxpayers. So those men and women that are on the jury have to understand that this directly affects them, their way of life. Tort reform, we believe, is very beneficial, not only to us, but the general public. Tort reform in itself will allow us to, if you look at, okay, you have foreign countries that are third-party investors in these lawsuits. They may fund 10 different lawsuits, and as long as one of them hits, they get their money back. We're not allowed to do that. There are certain doctors that work with certain attorneys on all their cases, and they inflate the medical bills so that they can get paid more money. So you're taking advantage of a potential victim to line your pocket. And that's what we'd like to do with the tort reform is level the playing field. We will pay what is reasonable, and that will be for the jury to decide. But I think that the jury needs to have all the facts.